This vlog is about improving communication and being a great effective communicator. Effective communication is when you are heard by the other person and you are understood and you've made yourself clearly understood. People often ask me what the key elements are in communication. I think being authentic and being honest. When I own things and say, my husband has a habit of going around the houses a bit and doesn't really be specific enough, I don't think. So when I say this is how I feel, this is what I notice, this is what's going on, these are my observations, I'm owning it. So I think being authentic, making sure you've got the facts correct, and really just being yourself. The most important thing I think about communication is that you speak to someone face to face, because we communicate not only with our words, but with our body language and our tone. And for me, I get such a better communication when I'm with someone face to face, or if second best, then maybe on the phone, but emails can be completely misunderstood. So for communication, first and foremost, I would say be with the person and make time to be with them. Your body language counts for, I think it's like about 57% of how you communicate. So actually the bulk of your body language is communicating something. So if I'm sort of sitting here a bit like this, I don't have to say anything. You know that I'm not engaged and I'm not happy. And communication is about listening, not just what you're saying. We really need to be active listeners and make sure your body language is open and encouraging the other person to want to speak to you. I think it's sort of almost like the reason other people communicate more effectively with us is when they see that we're more open. If I'm going in with a closed body language, I'm quite defensive, I'm not looking like I'm smiling and happy to engage, the other person's a lot less likely to engage. When you find out about other people and ask them questions about themselves, and you've got a nice soft tone and your body language is open, you're much more likely to get them to communicate and mirror your communication. The reason it's important to learn effective communications is you might get a divorce like I did nearly, or there might be issues in your workplace or with your family. You know, when there's atmospheres sometimes and people just feel like there's something's not quite right, there's nothing worse than not knowing. Whereas when you've got open dialogue and everybody's a bit more comfortable about saying how they feel, the atmospheres go and people get on better in the workplace, in relationships, and with their families. Tips for better ways of communicating: practice, maybe get a coach if you're really struggling in a relationship and it's got very difficult. Take a breath and think about what you want to say. Sometimes my husband used to say, you don't think before you engage your mouth. So think about what you want to say and remind yourself, am I using this is how I feel, this is what I notice, this is what's going on for me, this is my observation. So think before you speak. Einstein is a wonderful guy who I love to quote about change, and he says the definition of madness is to repeat the same behaviour and expect a different result. So if communication isn't working for you at any level, have a look at what you could do different. So what do you need to do if you want things to change? Well, I think it's Man in the Mirror comes to mind. Michael Jackson had a song. If you want to see the things in the world change, you have to change yourself. So if I'm really not finding any communication working very well, I need to look at what part I'm playing in that. So thank you for listening to my vlogs today. I really hope they've been of value and help to you. If you'd like further information, contact me on my website or my contact number. I really look forward to hearing from you.